Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna, and today we're going to talk about taking your reselling business full-time. I want to share with you my story, or our story, and I'm going to share 6 tips that we used that made the transition for us that much smoother, and it could help you out. If this is the kind of content that you like, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to it. Alright, so basically this is our story. I started reselling full-time in May of 2019. We had been fooling around with eBay. We had a booth at an antique market for a couple of years before that. But in April of that year, I was restructured from a job, and Poshmark Canada was coming to Canada, and I just took it as serendipity and I just jumped in. So technically I've been full-time since then. My first, 8 months, 9 months, year, I really wasn't putting in full-time hours. I was taking it easy and going slow. I had some things going on that I had to deal with. Being restructured out of a job that you had had for a few years, takes a bit, gave me a bit of a hit, and I needed to recover from that. I had surgery in the summer and had to recover from that. But come August, I started doing more. I had to learn so much because even though I've thrifted my entire life, I would think, I was not a big brand person. I didn't know what was selling and what was not selling. I wasn't a going to the mall kind of person, so I really needed to learn all about these brands. So it took me some time. I was very fortunate because I had been restructured. I did have a bit of a nest egg. I had some money coming in every month, so I had that cushion. I also had a partner that was working full-time that was covering the household bills. So I was very fortunate when I went full-time. Fast forward a year and a half maybe, and the pandemic had hit. Paul got laid off. He took the summer and he focused on eBay full-time. So this is the summer of 2020. He's focusing on eBay and he is loving it. This is a man that has worked hard his whole entire life. He has gotten up and gone to work, and he has given so much to different employers that for him to do something that he loved to do that would make him money, it was just amazing. And unfortunately, because of our situation, he did have to go back to work. So he went back part-time, 3 days, and still he was like, no, I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I want to go back and do this reselling. So we needed to think about how we could do that. So this is tip number 1. Know your numbers. Know what numbers you need as a family, as a couple, in order to survive the month or the year as your life. And know the numbers of your business. We hear the question a lot about how much sales were you at when you went full-time? And you know what? Sales are not the only number that you have to worry about. A $50 sale can get you $10 in profit, or it can get you $40 in profit. You need to know what you are actually earning. So we sat down and we went through our numbers and we thought, okay, how can we do this? How can we let Paul go full time? Now, we did something very drastic, and I do not recommend everybody doing this, but we took advantage of the housing market because where we were, houses were going crazy, and we decided that we would sell our home and move to where the cost of living was much, much lower. So this enabled us to have no mortgage. We brought our monthly bills way, way down. This enabled us to both go full time. So we have both been full-time now for almost 2 years. We are loving it, and it's absolutely the best thing that we could have ever done. So, number 2 tip is to have a safety net. Whether that's maybe a part-time job that gives you income, or it's a nest egg of money that you have saved, maybe 3 months worth of bills, it takes the stress away from having to make that sale, make that sale, make that sale. It takes a lot of the stress away so you can focus on the business and really build it where you want it to go. So have a bit of a safety net as much as you possibly can, because it does really, really help. Okay, so we're both full-time. We sell on multiple different platforms. We have multiple streams of income. Now, I say that kind of lightly because They're the same type of stream. We're reselling on eBay. So we have ebay.com, ebay.ca. We have poshmark.com, poshmark.ca. We have Etsy. We have Vinted. I did try Depop, but honestly, I just couldn't get my head around it and I didn't do anything with it. So that's fine. So that's 6 platforms that we sell on. We also take advantage of online auction houses and we take stuff there so they can sell it for us. We have had our own online auction with Maxsold, and that's something that we're going to revisit when the weather's nicer and do it again. We have garage sales that we can have in order to get an influx of cash, multiple streams of income. I also want to build it and go further. I am doing YouTube. I am not monetized yet, but I am working on it because that's part of it. And I have some stocks that I am playing with just to see for the future if that's going to bring me in some, passive income. So multiple streams of income. Don't rely on just one platform because you don't know what's going to happen. Last year, Poshmark, went with the algorithm and all this, whatever went on, happened, and it really did happen. I was very thankful that we were listing on eBay as well. Otherwise, I don't know what we would have done. So don't rely on just one platform. That is really important to diversify. That was number 3. Number 4, and this one, actually, the whole video came because I was watching my favorite YouTube couple, Shed Flips, Lonnie and Candace. I have to give credit where credit is due. And they answered a question about going full time. And this is where all this came from. And the 4th tip actually came from them. And this is something that is absolutely true. Treat your business like it's a real job. Get up and go to work every single day. Absolutely. I know for me, my last job, I would go in at 7 o'clock in the morning and not leave till 7 o'clock at night. And I would work 6, 7 days in a row. And I wouldn't take time off. And I would be doing extra stuff at home or staying after hours and doing extra stuff. I did way too much for this company. But anyway, treat your business like you would do that. So all that energy and all that hard work I put in, I want to put into my own business. I want to get up in the morning and I want to go to work. Think of it as a real job. That is huge because when you think of it like a real job, you're going to have discipline, which is our number 5 tip. Having discipline to actually do the tasks that you have to do is absolutely key when you own your own business because there is nobody behind you telling you, do this, do this. This is your list for today. Do this. You have to do it yourself. So you need the discipline in order to do it. So that's 5 tips right there. I want to leave you with the last tip. Going into this job full time is a big decision. The market goes like this. Our sales go like this sometimes. You know what? You don't have to jump right into it. You can take your time. So you know what? Maybe you are working full time right now and you're doing this part time. Why don't you flip that and see if you could work part time to get in, to at least bring in some steady income and do this, focus this more full time hours. See if you can flip it. See if you can ease yourself into going full time. Those are my tips. These are things that absolutely helped Paul and I when we decided we were going full time. And it was a big decision for us. Both of us were, we're older, you can tell that. And we have both worked for other people for our whole entire working lives. And to go from an employee mindset into the business owner mindset took some time. It takes discipline and it takes time. But I do feel that now, especially right now, that we are well on our way to being, fairly stable. And I really, really like that. I know at the end of the year, in December, we were looking at our numbers and talking about it and going, okay, what can we do? How can we bring in more money? And it's like, well, you know what? If I have to, I'll go out and get a part-time job. And I will if I absolutely had to, because that's just part of life, right? I don't want to. I really want this business to work. So you know what? I took that as my motivation and I started with my quotas and I started with my workday being from 6 to 4. And I'm trying new things. These are all good things to do when you own your own business. Anyway, I digressed there a little bit. that is it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. And I will see you on Friday. We're going to talk all about Posh live shows and silent shows. And I'm going to give you the results of my experiment that I've been running. Everybody have a great week. Bye.